The fly in a vise is a very easy to tie fly. It's very good fly. Represents a lot of different things such as grasshoppers. Uh, the other day I was fishing with it and was catching some very nice trout on it. Majority of them went anywhere from 18 to 20 inches. Um, I thought they were taking it as a grasshopper, and then I noticed that there was a white or a tan caddis, a large tan caddis hatch, and that must have been what they were mistaking this for. However, I just kept using it because, man, they were hammering it. During this video, I'm going to try and keep my thumbs and that out of it because I had what I thought was a close friend the other day call me and tell me that he wasn't going to watch my videos anymore because he didn't like looking at my thumbs, and he found another tire on YouTube that had really pretty painted fingernails, and so it really kind of hurt. uh, so I'm going to try and keep my thumbs out of the way. So, Gene, you won't be bothered by them. You probably won't be watching the video anyway because you'll be watching that lady's video with the pretty fingernails. So I'm going to start off with white 140 denier thread. And as the tail, I'm going to use golden pheasant feathers. So I like to tie this golden pheasant, as you can see when I take my thumbs away, that they have a dark band in the middle, and then they have the tips are dark black. And I like to leave that middle band showing. So I tie it on like that. For the body, I like to make a dubbing noodle out of ice dub in the caddis green to form the abdomen of the fly. And when you're making a dubbing noodle, remember to keep it pretty sparse because it is easier to add dubbing to it than to take dubbing away. So I'm going to get this started and work it forward. And I'm going to have to add a little bit more. And again, keeping it pretty thin. Dubbing it on about like that. I might add just a little bit more. That's about perfect. Yeah. Okay. For the underwing, I'm going to use a portion of Antron, and I want to take this back to about where that middle black is on the pheasant feather, golden pheasant. So I'm going to pull this forward to about there. And then I will fold this back and merge these two together and kind of fray them out a little bit. And trim this one part off. So it's looking like this. To the Antron, I'm going to add a second underwing of gold flashabou and do it the same, tie it in the same way that I did the Antron. So I'm going to tie this in like this, and I'm going to keep it the same length as the Antron. So it's looking like that right there, and it'll really give it a lot of flash. At this point, I move my white thread forward because I'm going to change the color of my threads. I'm going to go to a UV orange, and so I'm going to tie that on and cut my white thread off. And then work this backwards to my wings. For the main wing, I'm going to use a bleached deer hair, and that's what kind of the color of those tan caddis was, and I imagine that's why they like this fly so well. So I cut off a section of this deer hair, not quite as big as a pencil. And then I'm going to comb out the under hair. And then I'm going to put this in a hair stacker, points downward. And even those out. So they're going to come out of the stacker like this. So I'm going to measure my deer hair so that it is the same length as my underwings. And I'm going to cut it off just a little ahead of the hook eye, like that. Now I'm going to set this so the butt ends are facing the point of the hook, and I'm going to tie these on to the hook. And make sure, as you can see there, the eye of my hook is still showing. You don't want to cover that up. So I'm going to tie these in. I'm going to kind of twist them a little bit. like that. And I'm going to move my thread back to where I want that head to come. And I want to keep this hook eye clean. So that's what I'm trying to do right there. Now I'm going to take a very expensive tool that are very hard to find. So if you ever find one of these, you never want to lose it. Maybe some of you have seen a tool like this. I think it has 3 letters on it there that maybe you'll be able to see. But I'm going to take this and use this very expensive tool to form my head. So I'm going to bring this like this. And then I'm going to take my thread and go around this deer hair like this and hold this now and tie this tight like that. And kind of fluff that hair up, as you can see. Okay, and then what I like to do is, in this case isn't very much of it on the bottom. I like to trim that bottom off so that you can see that body, that green body. Okay, oh, that's looking really well. Now, to finish the fly, I'm going to take some rubber leg material, and the rubber legs that I am using is kind of an olive green with orange stripes on them. So they look like this. Can you see the orange stripes? And I'm going to take these and make a V. And bring them up and form the legs on one side. And then take another leg make your V. Oops, I got that dropped off, sorry. And tie the leg in on the other side. And so it'll look like this. And then I'm going to trim these front legs off. And then trim the back legs off a little bit. That looks really good. like that. Okay, now there's two ways that you can do this. You can just add super glue to your thread and wrap it around, and then just let it dry, or you can whip finish it, whichever you want to do. I'm going to put a whip finish on it. And another one. Fluff that wing up again. Oh, that's looking really good. Then cut my thread. And then take some head cement. Add it to it. Let that dry. I'm going to shut the light off for a minute so you can kind of see how this pops when you add a UV light to it. And that is the trout candy. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you tie one and fish one because it is a very good fly. It'll catch. Oh, that was another thing my friend said. I can't mention bluegills either. So it will catch good trout. And Gene, I hope you're watching. And I've had a lot of fun with this. Thank you. Take care. Please give me a like. And I hope to see you next time.